In this step-by-step tutorial, I will teach you how to make this double headband. First, you will learn how to make a vine with pearls and crystals and how to attach rhinestones onto it. Then, I'll teach you a very simple way of decorating one of the bands with beads. And finally, you'll see how to attach the vine onto the headband base. Here's what materials are needed to make this hair accessory. First, measure how long the band is, so you'll know how long to make the vine. In inches, it measures 10¼ inches, and in centimeters, it's about 26. Let's start making the vine by threading some beads onto the wire whilst it's still on the spool. Alternate between pearl and crystal beads. I needed 16 of each bead to make a vine that's about 26 centimeters in length. Measure 50 centimeters from the beginning of the wire and bend it there. Slide your first bead down to it and turn it around, forming about 1 centimeter of twisted wire. Now bring the second bead down the wire. Use the wire that's connected to the spool to make the offshoots for the vine. Turn the bead around, leaving enough space for about ½ centimeter of twisted wire. Then twist the wire until you have ½ centimeter of it, before the next one for the other side of the vine. Form a loop with the wire and turn it around in between your fingers, creating about ½ centimeter of twisted wire with a small loop at the end. You'll use that loop later to attach rhinestones to the vine. Keep the same order of beads and loops until you have about 26 centimeters of it to cover one of the bands on your headband. Leave about 70 centimeters of wire to the end of the vine and cut it off the spool. Now let's move on to attaching the rhinestones onto the loops you made on the vine. Using your chain nose pliers, gently press on the sides of the loops, making them more of an oval shape. Next, you'll need the B7000 glue. It's a strong, transparent glue and it has an initial set time of 5 to 10 minutes, and it fully cures in about 24 hours. The precision applicator makes it easy to apply a small amount of it exactly where you want it. Place the rhinestone in the center of the loop after you have applied a layer of glue around it. Them dry for at least 10 minutes before turning it around and adding a second layer of glue to the back of them to make sure they are secured. I recommend leaving the vine to dry overnight before continuing to work with it. Now, let's move on to decorating the second band. You'll need 6mm pearls and crystal beads. Cut about 150 centimeters of wire. Wrap one end of the wire around the headband base several times. Cut the excess wire off with your side cutters and press the end down with your chain nose pliers, making sure there are no sharp edges. Thread a pearl on the wire and place it on the band. Wrap the wire around the headband once or twice after each bead you add. Alternate between the pearl and crystal beads. Keep repeating this process until you reach the other end of the band. When you get to the end, wrap the end of the wire around the headband a few times and cut the excess wire off with your pliers. Continue attaching the hair vine to the other band once the glue you use to attach the rhinestones has dried. Separate the wires. Unwrap the shorter one around the headband several times before cutting the excess wire off. Now, using the other wire, wrap it around the band and the vine, securing it in place. Keep going until you reach the other end of the band. Like with the other end, wrap the wire around the headband several times and cut it off. Once everything's secured, use your fingers to gently adjust the branches and beads until you're happy with the shape of the headband. I hope this video inspired you to make your own headband. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.